Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeanette Mejias, and we are Webb's Women.
where exposure brings strength. Hello, Jeanette, and welcome to our wonderful guest. I have to sing. Sometimes I
Hello.
sing.
No, I'm sing-songy too. It's okay.
Oh, good. Yay. Finally, someone that will sing with me.
Yes, we have Renee McKinley in the house.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'm so excited. As all of you know have been listening, in the past couple of months, we've been promoting up until the launch of this amazing book, Never Fear Your Fire. And Renee is one of the authors of this incredible book. Yes, sis. Yes. But before I get started and before we start talking to Renee a little bit about her chapter in the book, I want to give a little bit of a backstory how Renee and I met. So Renee and I met through ETT Women.
Yes.
Memorial think tank.
For women. Yes.
Yes. And the person that connected us was none other than Lynette Barberry. And
right.
we
love
yes, Lynette. We love Lynette. Lynette's the connector, right? And at the time, right? And at the time we were set to go to the Hamptons.
Yes.
A yearly event that Bella magazine hosts every summer. It's like a really big thing. And we got to you've been there a few times, right, Renee?
Yeah, been before. Yes.
Yeah, you've been there a few times. It was my first time going about 2 years ago. And that's how Renee and I connected. That's how we met. She was my roomie.
Oh, I didn't know she was your roomie.
Yeah, she was my roomie.
I forever now. Yes, forever.
And magic things happens when somebody becomes my roomie because Andy already knows.
Yes. Yeah, that's how we became close because we were roomies in Texas.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way. So you are the roomie connector.
Yeah, that's it. I start finding that.
Let me tell you something, Renee. If she stays with you in a room in a small space, then you are definitely on the board. You're on the board.
Thankfully, it's just me and her. Thank God. Thank the Lord, it was me and her. So happy. The best roommate ever. So flexible, so chill. Everybody should have a roommate like that.
And then I brought my girls, right? My bells back to our hotel. We had like a after party.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
It was good.
Renee, we had chaos in our room and we just gave each other the stank eye.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But look at you two now.
Yes. We're like that.
Yeah, that's how we met. But I want to give a proper introduction on Renee because I think, first of all, she's so fierce and fabulous. I think that I'd be remiss if I did not do that. So just for the interest and the benefit of our listeners, Renee McKinley is the award-winning CEO and founder of Keep Yourself Smelling Sweet, KYSS. She started her entrepreneurial journey in 2012 by providing a line of natural bath, body, and hair products that promote a healthy, sweet-smelling cleanliness without breaking the bank. Renee is a philanthropist and speaker who facilitates workshops across the U.S. to encourage confidence and inspire others to learn to make or start their own beauty care or candle business. Renee and her daughter, Jocelyn, joined forces in October 2020 to launch their first joint venture, Bellas in Bloom. Yes, Bells in Bloom. Sorry, I said Bellas in Bloom. Oh my God, yes. Bells in Bloom. Yes. Yes, Bells in Bloom, which is a pictorial experience as another opportunity to promote and encourage girls and women of all ages to love themselves and the women that they may meet.
Yay.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, she's phenomenal. I'm kidding.
So Renee, you were just like, I mean, I knew you were fabulous, but I just think in reading the chapter, your chapter 3,
Yes.
and Never Fear Your
Yeah.
Fire, I have to tell you, I was like so impressed because you were given all these tools to work on yourself, and I love that.
Thank you. And it's so interesting. First, thank you for the introduction. I am so excited to be here with you two fabulous women. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
So about the book, interesting enough, I was in the process of writing my own book, and it's not out yet. So my book is called Pouring, a story about sisterhood. But I saw Jeanette's call for to be a part of her book, and I said, "Oh, okay." So she and I went back and forth, and she was like, "Yeah, Renee, please join, please join." So I said, "Okay." So I paused mine, put mine on pause, and I sat down and I thought, "What could I write about?" Everybody's going to talk about, the good stuff, the good stuff. So I really wasn't sure. A lot of people talk about the good stuff. Nobody really wants to share what really happens, right? So I said, let me put some truth to what entrepreneurs really go through, even what people really go through. Let me just pin, people will know it's not all glamorous. It's not all beautiful. All the stuff that we see out in social media land, fake news. It's not fake.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to tell people to celebrate your failures. We're going to make mistakes. Human nature. We fail every single day. I just failed. I was in there making an order and I just failed at something. But every day we failed. We try to do the very best that we can. Failure is a part of that. Failure, we grow in failure. And so I said, let me share that failure is not always as bad as people think. Right. So that's why I have celebrate your failures, because we have to.
Yeah, and I love that. And I love that each page it has you think about your successes as well and what propelled you, like take a look back. And I think oftentimes we don't want to take that look because
painful.
It's painful. And also I find that most of the time people just want fast outcomes,
yes.
And they don't want to go through the process. And the process, and part of that process, to your point in the chapter, and your chapter, Renee, is you got to fail forward, right? Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna sit there and think you're not gonna fail, then you're setting yourself up, right?
And you're setting yourself up for failure, right?
Exactly.
So I wanted people to understand failure is okay. It's a way of life, part of who we are. Failure helps us become who we could be, who we want to be. Failure helps us to understand what we did wrong and how we can improve. Some painful, oftentimes it's painful. Nobody wants to fail, and then no one wants to fail publicly. That's the part. It's the public failure that people want to shy away from. If I fail by myself, nobody can, nobody's here to judge me.
Right.
But I have to figure out, how can I get better? So in my chapter, I allowed for people to document their failure and write down the process or the steps that you're going to take to move forward, move past that, right? Failure helps you get better. It helps you improve. It gives you a good story. So that was part of my purpose, to make sure that people do the work, understand what you did wrong. And it's okay to do wrong. I mean, good gosh, how many light bulbs were made by Edison? I mean, right? He didn't just come out and say, "Oh, there be light." That's only God. Let there be light. So
he come like 10,000 times or some crazy thing. Yeah.
So I had to write down the steps to say, okay, I tried this didn't work. I tried this didn't work. But on that last try, he looked back and said, "Oh man, these were all bombs and it's okay." But on that last try, he did it. Because he documented the painful process first.
Right. And it sounds like you're speaking from your own experience, Renee.
Always.
Yeah.
You always come from a place of transparency, right? So like we fail all the time. I mean, even in, in business, in life, just at work, you fail, right? You get a bad review because of something you did incorrectly. Your husband wanted you to remind him of something and you didn't do it, and now there's an argument. For me in business, I was preparing something. I was trying to make, I was making a body splash. I have a line of body products, and I was making this beautiful one called Naked, and Naked is one of my top sellers. But in my haste, right, you try to speed up so fast and you always got those steps backwards. In my haste, I grabbed for the incorrect bottle, wrong bottle. And I put the right measurements in and I did all the good things. And I said, ooh, wait a minute. I messed up. This is trash now. It's not going to be good. So I said, gosh, okay, what am I going to do? Then, you had to regroup and say, okay, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to just discard it? But my brain is always thinking. I'm never sleeping. Even though I go to bed at 8 o'clock, I'm never sleeping. So my brain said, okay, Renee, yep, you messed this up. What can we do? What can we do with this? I said, okay, we're going to package this up because nobody knows that I made a mistake, only me. We're going to package this up as something brand new.
I like that.
Brand new. I put a quick label on it. Went to, where was I? I think I was at a farmer's market at this particular time. And do you know that it was called Flirty Girl? It sold out. It beat out even the item that I was going to make. I failed. I failed fast. I got over it. Down my steps. I said, oh my God. Okay, now we got a new product. So failure also can give you success.
Yeah, I love that. Flirty
I messed up.
It was a good mess up though.
Flirty Girl. It was a good mess up. Fortunately, it's a good mess up. That one was that one was okay. But then there's those times when you recover. And that's okay too. You have to pivot, right? We can't always recover from something. So we got to figure out a new way, and we sometimes have to discard it. But in this case, it was a good failure for me. It was fortunate for me that I was able to repackage, repurpose, come up with something brand new, and it worked. But then there's times when that's not going to be the case. But you have to know, you have to own your mistake, say that I messed up, write down what you did, so you won't do that same thing again. Figure out how you can move forward from it. Sometimes you got to pray, Lord, help me.
Absolutely. I love that. And tell me a little bit about Bells in Bloom. Tell me, how did that come for you? Who's did you think to do that? I think that's great.
It was insanity. So my father passed.
No.
He had all this. You never know the day, but that's what passing. So he passed. We had his services in March, right before COVID hit. Oh God, it's so good. Right before COVID hit, so he had a proper funeral, burial. My family's in Florida, so they were able to come up, and all that kind of great stuff. So my birthday, fast forward, was coming up in October. So I think I was in September, and looking through a magazine, and I said, oh, it was this woman, a black woman, and she had on this bright pink outfit. I said, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. And I said to myself, if I could do a photo shoot. It was one of the participants who was in who came out. She said, Renee, let's do this again. So that's really how it became a business, because I thought it was important enough for us to continue on. I just thought it was going to be a one-hit wonder. It was for my birthday.
And it turned into something bigger.
It was a success and that became a business.
Look at that. I love it.
It got to be beautiful. Turn my camera off.
No.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit.
You're cutting out just a little bit, and it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
Let me turn my
camera off.
If you turn the camera off.
There you go.
I mean, we're live, and everybody can hear us anyway. But
And that's okay.
But-
People,
Sorry. See,
hey,
here's one
technology.
of those things, right?
yes, but if
Yeah.
you turn your camera off,
Here's one of those.
then we'll hear you better, I bet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let me start it off. Okay.
I mean, I think that's,
Not video.
I mean, I think that's
Okay.
all. I just love that you have such a, it seems like you've been built with an entrepreneurial spirit, that's really followed you and you've propelled,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
in such a great way. And I'm so excited and to hear not only, that you successfully authored a book with your other co-author, but now you have your own book
Your
coming.
own, yeah.
Do you have a date
Yeah.
for that? Or is it out? Like what's up?
So I just got the proof back today.
Okay.
And I said, oh my God, the proof came in. So I was super excited to have the proof come in. And I just had a couple of more tweaks to do. I'm sorry, I'm walking through the house now. I have a couple of more tweaks to do. And our original, I plan to have it out in October,
Okay.
but I think because it's so close that I'm going to release it early. Yeah, I'm going to release it early. I think, fingers crossed, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do.
Well, what can we expect from that book? Because this chapter, you gave some really wonderful tools to kind of help you move along through your failures. What can we expect from the book that is coming out relatively soon? Is it more
So-
about you, your journey? Like, give us a little.
And okay, so there are 9 friends, there are 9 women, and this is basically a true story. It is a true story. It's 9
Okay.
friends, and we've been friends for 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. Some of us have met in kindergarten. And I wanted to write a book. In 2017, I had an idea. And they were all receptive, but we all just couldn't come together. So I said, let me try something different. Here's that pivot thing. I said, let me try something different. So I wrote down a couple of questions and I asked each lady to help me individually. So they didn't know that they were being interviewed. No one knew. No one knew except
Very
so
clever.
they all answered the questions really fast and I was able to pull it together. And I said, guess what, ladies? We have a book. And they were like, what do you mean? So the book is about sisterhood and it talks to how do you keep your relationship going? How do you keep the friendship, your forever friends going? I give tips about things to do because we do activities together for all of these years. We've been going on trips and taking vacations together. We celebrate one another, but also in the book, there's a section in there for you to journal, right? How do you find your ideal sister, your ideal best friend?
Love that.
And yeah, and it's affirmations in there. Some of the girls wrote poems. So it's really a touchy-feely situation. It is an easy read. It's about 109 pages, light
Okay.
reading, and it's really fun. I think it's cute.
I love that. And you know why I love it? Because I don't know, and I'm sure you've gotten this, and you too, Andrea, how many times you hear when someone discovers you've had a friend for 20,
Mhm.
Yeah.
25, 30 plus years.
Mhm.
People can't wrap their head around that. What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean
Yeah.
that you've been friends? Like, really? And
Love it.
not missing a beat, meaning like they're in each other's lives, like
Yes.
consistently. So sometimes, people really are like, how does that even happen? So I think that's kind of cool that you, put this together to kind of give like that recipe of
And it's
life and love and
because right. We have gone through, births and weddings and marriages and even divorces and sicknesses and,
Yeah,
health.
sure,
And
right.
we, if I go to anyone's home, I can just open a refrigerator and just have whatever I want. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's that kind of love and relationship that we have. And it's
Love that.
amazing that it's been this long. When I think about it, I go, I can't believe it that it's been this long. And so that's why I wanted to, just capture that for me and for them too. So I called them my co-authors.
Love it.
Nice.
I love that.
I love this.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
tell you
fun.
why, Renee, I love this. Because just over the
Tell me.
weekend, one of our friends, there's 5 of us, but one of my friends lives in Texas and came back for the week. We don't see her often.
Yes.
Don't. And we saw her twice this year because one, unfortunately, her father passed, but then she comes every summer usually, but it's so hard for all of us to always have the time to always meet up when she's here. And I wasn't in town. I didn't live here. And she never left here. So the 5 of us were never all together until Sunday morning for breakfast. For the first time since her father's funeral, we were actually together for the first time in years. I mean, probably over a decade.
Oh,
that's the first time that we were all in a room together.
Yes. But did you miss a beat though?
Nope.
Yep. That's what I love about it. You don't miss a beat. When it's a true friendship, a true relationship, a true sisterhood, you do not miss a beat. When Jeanette and I hadn't seen each other in person. Jeanette, what, a year?
Right?
In 2 years.
2 years.
When I heard Jeanette's voice, I hadn't seen her. I heard her voice. I turned around. I said, ah! I literally screamed.
We were both screaming like lunatics.
No, we embraced and just kept snapping pictures, and people were like looking like, "Oh, what's going on?" I had to give her own page, her own picture slide on my Facebook page.
Yes, sister. Yes.
Let me tell you, that's love.
It is love. It is love. Let me tell you, I was just so. A lot of women that I met for the first time through Jen, right?
Yeah.
Myself and Andrea met them for the first time on the podcast because they were coming on excited about, being in co-authors in the book. But we fell in love with them. Yes. And then seeing you and seeing Vanessa and Lynette, and I was like, yes.
I know, I'm back home.
I can't wait to see everyone, all of you in a room together, because honestly, when I don't know how overwhelmed I will be, but I'm pretty sure I will be looking in all directions, not knowing which way to turn.
I think you'll cry.
Listen, I have every single one of you that we have interviewed from this book is so special, so unique. And I have felt so attached to each one.
Oh, thank you. And the stories, you know what I like about Jen's book? Everybody was open and honest. They were transparent.
Yeah.
And I love that. Although I have not had the opportunity to complete the book yet, I know the room was just in tears. It was a tearjerker, but I can't wait to get through it.
I have to tell you, I got up to your chapter. And I was like, I gotta make sure.
Yes.
Read Renee's chapter before she comes to the podcast. But I tell you, I got through every day, right? So yesterday I read it. The day before I read Pat's chapter. The day before Jen's chapter.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God.
It just touches your heart. And that's the connection, right? It's the heart connection.
It's the heart connection. I love that.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. I love it. And I love the girls. I love you. And now I love you, Andrea.
Well, I love you too.
And guess what? My baby sister, her name is Andrea too.
Oh, see?
Yeah. It's a whole vibe.
That's right. We're connected now.
That's it.
We are.
That's it. Andrea, when Renee and I were at the Hamptons, and I was posting all those pictures, and you had said to me, why didn't you tell me? I would have went. She was the one that I was with.
It was me.
Yes.
It was me. It was me.
Yeah, I know, because I said, how dare you have another roommate?
Like, oh my God.
What is going on?
Yes, I was. Girl.
And it's so funny because Lynette was behind the scenes making it all happen. She was like, Renee, do you care? I was like, I don't care.
She's good at connecting people because our energy matches. It's exact.
Yes.
It's exact.
We had the best time. So much fun. And then my bells love you. They love you. Oh my goodness. So who was it? Matt? Oh my God. We just had such a great time. And they were like, when are we gonna get together again? I'm like, slow down, ladies. It's
COVID now. We gotta make that happen. Life's too short.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you, just even going to, the event last week,
Yeah.
I just get so much joy being around life-giving people. You know,
I
we need
know.
more of that. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. The huggy, the touchy feelies.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm all about that vibe. So,
absolutely. There's one
yeah.
picture when I was talking, doing my answering my panel question, and a picture was snapped, and Vanessa was just looking at me like, I said, "Oh my God, I'm gonna cry."
Yes.
You could tell that that room was filled with love.
Lots of
Absolutely.
love. Lots of love. There's
Yes,
no room for nothing else.
absolutely not.
And I love that Jen's created that culture, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah,
No room
absolutely.
for hate. There's no room for jealousy.
Yeah,
There's no room for
we
hate.
empower each other. Yeah.
That's right.
It is a girl's look. It's a girl's world. You know that
That's
song is a man's
right.
world. It's not. It's not. It's a girl's world. Even though I have a son and a
Renee,
husband, okay.
I just simply adore you. Thank you so much for coming on with us. I know
And
that you made a huge sacrifice. I know
Lord,
when you go beyond 8 o'clock. Renee's like, I'm sorry, what time did you say you wanted to record? I'm in bed. I'm like, oh girl, come on. Have a little bit of coffee or something.
oh
So
my God, and it's not just you. I did the same thing to Jen. Jen wanted to have me on her show at 9 o'clock. I said, "Sweet, can we do it 8? Because I can't. I can't do it."
yeah, 9 is tough. 9 is a little tough.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I can see that. But thank you
Oh,
so much. I hope that
yes.
you come back to us.
Anytime, anytime.
Yeah,
Yes,
let us
when your
know.
new book's coming, you know
Yeah.
what? Would be so much fun.
Tell me.
I mean, what I think is so much fun is
What?
if we had you and all of your girls in the
We're
book
doing that.
on a
We're doing that.
panel. Let's do
doing
the
that.
panel interview. Let's
We're
do
doing
it.
that.
Let's
Now,
do
Yes.
it.
I don't know how I can get all those chicks together at 8 o'clock, but we'll see what we can do.
Well,
Oh, we'll try to
we'll
make it.
change the time. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do something more flexible. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Things
That
will
would be
change,
fun.
with
Yes, I'm excited for that. Yes,
you. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited for that.
Well, thank
All
you
right, ladies.
everybody for listening in. You're listening to Webb's Women.
Where exposure brings strength.